All right. Welcome to the Toke Show. This is our segment, Let's Toke About It. My name is Stone. I'll be your captain on this ship through the perilous waters. My first mate, T, over to my right. Say hey, T.
What's up, everybody? This is T.
All right, and my ship deck, Toke. Toke, say hey.
Yo, what it is? How y'all doing?
All right, so this is the first ever podcast for Let's Toke About It. Been thinking about this podcast for, I guess, a couple weeks now. And we got really high one night, and I was talking about it, and just happened to look and see that the domain, thetokeshow.com, was open. So that was my jump start. Went ahead and got the site spun up using Gatsby.js for all you developers out there. And we went out and bought my whole studio set up. So I'll have a blog post out soon talking about how I set up this podcast studio for 4 speakers. Tonight we're just going to have 3, me, T, and Toke. And yeah, let's go ahead and get started. A little bit about me. I'll go first. So I'm a full stack developer, and I work mostly with .NET and React. Other than that, I really like board games and hanging out with my friends and smoking a lot of weed. So now I'll pass the mic over to Toke.
Hey man, Toke here. Got a background in electronics, some network communications. Dad of 3.
Little Torques. Tiny Torques.
Yep, tiny Torques running around. Thought this was a cool idea, man. Give some people out there something interesting just to listen to.
T, go ahead.
All right. Well, so like you said, I'm T. I am a registered nurse. I have been for the past 5 years, and I'm actually beginning my transition into the software development career path. So start classes hopefully in the fall, and till then, I'm just a code newbie.
Nice. So why don't you talk about your chiropractic experience today?
Okay, I'm so sore right now. I'm feeling it. So I work at this integrative chiropractic office, and one of the chiropractor's sons was actually there. He is in chiropractor school. He still has about a year left. But I gave him an infusion, a vitamin infusion, and then he's like, well, come on over here to the chiro side, and I'll give you an adjustment. And, of course, the office manager, she's super excited about everything. So she's like, yeah, come on, T, you have to do this. So we go over there, and he's like, all right, just lay face down. Okay. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, okay. And there's nowhere for my nose, like in my mouth to go. It's
not even on like a massage table. There's no head rest.
Well, not yet. Like there's supposed to be a space for my face, but he just didn't put it there. And I didn't know. I've never done this before. Okay. So my nose and like my cheeks are squished between these 2 little cushions. Mm-hmm. And he's like, all right. Oh my gosh. Yeah, totally. Look at her left leg compared to her right leg. And Alicia's like, oh my God, I see it. And I'm like, what is wrong with my leg? And he said, yeah, so your right leg is much shorter than your left leg due to like fascia and things like that.
Like you're walking with a gangster lean?
Yeah, so.
Wait, fascia?
Yeah, he did.
You know what that reminds me of? Your fascia.
Fascia.
Freaky deaky Dutch. So anyway, go ahead.
Your fascia is very tight, he says.
Your fascia.
All right. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, I trust you, So I'm laying there, and he's like, okay, take a deep breath.
That's the best words before anything, right? Let's think of some things that we would say, take a deep breath for.
Stick your head in this hole.
Nothing good.
Go ahead and cough. Take a deep breath.
Yeah, that's
all
like
right, bend over the table. Take a deep breath.
So he's like preparing me for the trauma that I'm about to receive, and I'm scared.
Gosh.
I'm so scared. Because, you hear stories about people, like, getting their necks cracked and stuff, and they throw a blood clot and have a stroke. And
yeah.
Never heard that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. But, yeah, so he says, take a deep breath. And I take a deep breath, and he lunges his body behind my right shoulder blade, like with the base of his hand.
Oh.
And
If I didn't already knew what this looked
Didn't
like.
already knew?
Yeah.
If you didn't already know?
No.
If I didn't already knew.
No. Okay. Whatever.
Okay, didn't already know.
How this looked, because I've seen a video of it. In my head, it just seems like it would be the most painful thing from what you're already trying to describe.
It is, and I'm already like so tense, okay? And he tells me to take this deep breath, but he doesn't give me a countdown or anything, so I take it like a slow deep breath. I'm still on the inhale at this point, and he presses down, and I go, but much, much louder. It was really embarrassing.
Wow.
And of course, everybody laughed. It was great. And I'm like, well, I didn't know like if I was supposed to hold a deep breath or let it out or what. Anyway, it hurt. My whole body cracked like a glow stick.
Wow.
And now I'm really sore. He's like, yeah, you're going to be sore because, like, this is your first adjustment.
Take a deep breath. You're going to be sore.
Yeah. So, and he's like, drink a lot of water. This is just, like, same concept as deep tissue massage, letting out all those toxins. Drink that water.
Drink that water.
Yeah.
So are you sore yet?
So popping your body lets out all the toxins.
What about pop, lock, and dropping?
It all falls out, I guess.
So the worst part of this whole thing, though, was there at the end. I kept trying to get up, and he's like, not yet. We're not done yet. I was so uncomfortable. But he then takes my shoes off. Now, I had been working, like, I'm sweaty, and he takes my shoes off. And he's not wearing gloves or anything. And so I've got these socks on, well, I had earlier, and they have, like, cat hair on them. And I can't get it off. But I didn't expect anybody to see these socks. So I just wore them. And then his hands were all over them. He, like,
Oh, man.
pulled my feet out of their sockets.
I'll tell you one of the worst feelings I've had is, like, after a training session or a workout, and the trainer wants to lay me down and stretch me out. And I know I'm sweaty and gross. And I'm wearing shorts, and they're putting hands on my sweaty legs and my sweaty thighs. And I'm like, dude, come on.
Like their bare hands.
And they don't like gently stop. They just go.
Oh, yep.
And I was like, okay.
They're a little more careful with the girls. They tell me
Sure.
they tell me what they're about to do.
Gosh.
Yeah.
All right. Come on, Torque, what you got?
I don't really know, man.
You didn't have a really awkward chiropractic.
I
No.
used to crack backs when I was in high school. I would get them to turn around and put their back against me and cross their arms in front of their chest. And then you just like bear hug them and lift them up as hard as you can. And I could hear like popping all the way from the neck to the tailbone. It was crazy.
Yeah, that's not safe.
I don't know. I'm not a nurse.
Paralyze somebody.
Speaking of paralyzing, when I was a kid, I've got two nephews that are almost the same age. So growing up, obviously we did WWF moves all the time. Doesn't matter where we were at. Mostly, like, if there was a mattress around, that's how you get a power bomb, or a trampoline. So we were in a bowling alley one time because our parents liked to bowl. So the kids just came and chilled in the arcade. And we were fake wrestling, and I flip them upside down for a tombstone pile driver. And boom,
This is in the bowling alley.
I pile drive him in the bowling alley arcade onto the concrete. He busts out in tears. I get into oh shit mode, I'm like, don't tell anybody. I'm sorry. I'll let you pile drive me. Come on.
You're fine.
And I thought that I seriously hurt him for a second. And that was like the first time that I was actually like scared that I hurt somebody.
Oh, man.
It was crazy. Speaking of hurting somebody, did you see that Justin Bieber has formally challenged Tom Cruise to an MMA match?
Yeah, out of the blue.
What?
Out of the blue. He just went on, he tweeted out, he's like, Tom Cruise, if you don't do this, you're a pussy.
I mean, is it a known thing that Tom Cruise is
Well,
an MMA fighter?
Tom Cruise does a lot of action films. And he
he's
does his own death-defying stunts. Like, he doesn't use a stunt double for almost anything. So,
So they think that he could fight?
Yeah, I
For
bet he
real?
can fight. If you were putting money on it, would you put it on Bieber or would you put it on Tom Cruise?
Oh, Tom Cruise.
Yeah, Tom Cruise.
I just don't understand. So he has everyone, making fun of him, right? Saying he looks like Ellen, right? Calling him a girl. doing all
Tom
this
Cruise
stuff.
looks like Ellen DeGeneres?
No, Bieber.
Ellen Bieber? Ellen DeGeneres?
Yes, Ellen.
Who's calling who Ellen?
You haven't seen like there were memes and stuff going around, Bieber looking like her or whatever.
No.
Just
Yeah,
pretty much
I
saying that he
have.
looks like a girl.
Oh,
right?
okay.
They
So-
put like the wig on him and it looks just like her.
I haven't seen this. Oh man.
Anywho, I was thinking, if that was the case, right? Everyone's making fun of him. If he was to challenge whoever he thought was the manliest person that he could take on, apparently that's Tom Cruise.
Maybe because they're the same height. They're both pretty short.
This is true.
Anyways, go on.
No, that was it.
That was
you were
it?
saying? Yeah, I was just going on with the story.
So who would you bet on?
Oh, Tom Cruise.
You bet on Tom Cruise?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I could take Bieber.
I think Bieber would get like really emotional, and like not be able to make it through the whole thing.
So Logan Paul has been doing this thing that if people come to his house uninvited, they better be coming ready to get in the boxing ring because he's going to use it for his YouTube content. And there was a dude that camped outside of his house dressed as Drago from Rocky IV for 2 days. All right?
He left him out there for 2 days.
I mean, you don't leave him out there. If somebody camps in front of your house, you don't invite him in. Especially
I
when
know.
you've been having trespassing, right?
I know, but he said, "Come to my house."
No, this was
Oh, this is what
if you're going to
caused this?
trespass, you better be ready to fight.
Yeah.
Right. So after the second day, Logan's Paul dudes, they just go out in there and they invite him in finally. And he's got a boxing ring in his backyard. All right. So not only that, this dude has so much money. He has a camera crew around him nonstop.
No,
all the
this
time.
is the kid that got in trouble with the whole thing in the woods, right?
Yeah, the suicide
Yeah.
forest.
Yeah.
Yep. Bad taste.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't like this dude, but I think it's funny that he is, boxing and he's actually taking it pretty seriously. And he looks pretty, like he can box.
Yeah.
So if you're going to get in the ring, here's one quick tip. Know how to box. This dude throws one bad punch and Logan Paul just dips and gives him a hook and puts him right on the ground.
Wow.
Wow.
Nice.
But that's not it. Logan Paul doesn't let him off yet. He gets him back up and they go for round 2. And I think he knocked this dude on the floor like 7 times.
Wow.
What the hell? I wonder if he had to sign some kind of consent form,
I bet. I don't know.
like to be a part of this and have it
Surely.
like filmed and stuff.
And I'm sure he agreed to it. If you're going to commit to, camping out in front of somebody's house dressed like Drago from Rocky IV.
So what I don't get is why people were camping out there in the first place.
No, it's
to
just
make
one
him
guy.
say this. Just the one guy?
Yep. I think he was
Nobody-
doing it for internet publicity,
Yeah.
right?
He wanted some fame out of the thing.
So if we wanted this podcast to go through the roof, I would go out and challenge Logan Paul to a boxing bout. A round of fisticuffs.
Bully.
I wouldn't be as confident with Logan Paul as I would be with Justin Bieber. So Logan Paul looks like he could take quite a few people.
Man.
But he was also doing some meme that if he got like 250,000 likes, he would just become a professional boxer. But imagine that you have so much money that you don't have to worry about anything other than training to be a boxer for fun, because you don't need to do it to live because you have so much money.
Man.
So like he's never going to actually professionally fight?
He was like I said, if he got like 250,000 likes
Right.
or something,
Oh.
he was going to be a fighter.
So
And
like he doesn't really want to, but like if you insist.
Now, what I would like to see is Mike Tyson and Logan Paul.
That'd be weird.
How big is this kid?
He's tall.
Okay.
He's got a good reach on him, and he's built, so he's stocky. So, I'd want to see the fight because Mike Tyson would knock him out, right?
Yes.
B, I would like to see the fight because it would be super funny to watch Logan Paul get
Like,
knocked out by Mike
What a
Tyson.
bizarre thing to watch.
I know.
Like,
And yet, I bet it would get millions of YouTube views.
yeah.
And it would be like, oh my gosh, I got knocked out by Mike Tyson. Like and subscribe, bro. Buy some merch.
It would work out in his favor anyway.
I'm sure it would. Everything
matter
seems
what.
to right now except for the suicide forest. And he even tried to spin that. He's like, dude, no, it's cool.
I'm sorry, but like it wasn't even a big deal.
So that stuff didn't affect his viewership at all.
It didn't. Most of his viewership was the younger audience. And a lot of them actually came to his defense and being like, leave Logan Paul alone. Kind of like that Chris Crocker. Leave Britney alone.
You don't even know.
I was going to say that it'd be funny to see Bieber fight Logan Paul.
Oh, let's get that going.
Just because Bieber would get knocked the fuck out.
Man.
I kind of want to.
I don't know. He said he thinks he can take on Tom Cruise.
But Tom Cruise is I think he's like 53 or 56. He's one of those. And Justin Bieber is in what, his 20s?
Yeah.
Right? So, first of all, you challenged a middle-aged man. Congratulations. B, you're way younger than him, and I still think he could beat him.
Yeah.
Imagine getting your ass beat by Tom Cruise so bad that you're internet famous now, not only for being a shitty, pop musician, but also for getting your ass beat by Tom Cruise.
What a strange thing for him to think that Tom Cruise would really even know a lot about who he is.
You know who also, yeah, exactly.
Like, to just assume.
Well, I'm sure Tom Cruise knows who Justin Bieber is.
I know, but it's just like such a different level of famous.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Was Justin Bieber more famous than Tom Cruise at one point? I think he was. I think Justin Bieber was like the peak of famous in some 2000 year. Like
when he was first.
Yeah, he was all over the place.
Because there was social media.
Well, yeah. But Tom Cruise, he was getting blockbuster films, but, not as famous as Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
Like, Tom Cruise don't have Ludacris coming up and hanging out with him.
Oh, Luda. Whatever happened to that guy?
I think he's doing Fast and Furious. I did see that the new Fast and Furious ride at Orlando Studios, Universal Studios, it has Ludacris in there. He's like the dispatcher or something. And then he gets into the car and then jumps onto a helicopter and shoots a bazooka.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that was hilarious.
Dude, oh man. Speaking of Universal Studios, Halloween Horror Nights this year is going to be awesome.
I'm really excited about the new Harry Potter ride.
Yeah, and that opened up like yesterday. I saw a picture of people waiting in line at opening to get onto this ride. So they have Hogsmeade and Diagon Alley right now. But they just opened up the Forbidden Forest, and you get to ride on Hagrid's minecart, I think it is, through the Forbidden Forest and see some stuff. I think it's going to be a roller coaster / 3D experience. I don't know.
Kind of similar to the Gringotts ride, but
yeah, that would be cool.
Maybe,
but maybe like a combination of outside and inside.
Yeah,
like you go inside and see some 3D shit, and then you go back outside and you see the park.
That's pretty sweet.
It's gonna be awesome. I'm also pretty excited that we're going a few months after it opens, so it like chills out a little bit.
Oh yeah, I would not want to be online for that.
And just in case it's dangerous or something.
I'm pretty sure I was in line when Hogwarts opened up for the first time, the 3D ride, Hogwarts, where you go through the school.
Man.
And it was a 2-hour wait, but the wait was kind of mitigated by going through Hogwarts and seeing all this cool stuff. Like you could see paintings moving, and you could go through some of the halls and things like that. And it's the Sorting Hat's in there, just stuff like that. It's pretty cool. But yeah, Halloween Horror Nights is going to be great. All right.
Is there a house you're looking forward to seeing? Have they spoiled all of them?
They haven't spoiled all of them. Well, the one thing that it's going to be missing is Bill and Ted. They used to have a show that played every year.
Yeah,
it was like
the second year that it hasn't played.
Yeah, bullshit. Universal, bring back Bill and Ted.
Whoever's choice it was.
Gosh.
We disagree.
Not only bring back Bill and Ted, but they're about to film the third Bill and Ted.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Why wouldn't you bring it back?
That's awesome.
Like, how did they not know? Surely.
Keanu Reeves was just hiding it under his cloak.
He's like, yeah, let him close it. Let him fire him. Find
Not
other
only
jobs.
People have been like begging for a Bill and Ted 3 forever. So now, I guess it's finally going to happen.
Well, I mean, the cyberpunk thing wasn't bad. Like the crazy dance thing.
Yeah.
There was a newborn baby in there.
Oh, yeah.
Like newborn, and it was bumping. It was loud.
People just bringing their babies to Halloween Horror Nights.
Like, what the hell? It's like 11 o'clock at night.
And it's an infant. We're not just talking like a toddler. This is an infant.
Strobe lights, that bass.
Gore everywhere.
Yeah.
That's not going to haunt them. It's not going to mess them up or anything.
You think it would desensitize them?
They're like, this
At
is
what age
normal
are we
sounds
talking
like.
here?
This is making a serial killer. This is how you make a serial killer.
Like a
talking
2-year-old
like-
kid
Yeah.
gets fake blood dripped on him. Turns out to be a serial killer when he grows up.
In his mouth, though. The blood has to go in his mouth.
That's the difference. It's a line.
All right, so the next thing that I'm pretty excited about So we play a lot of Mario Kart. Me and T do. And she's actually pretty good.
Yep.
She sat on the couch and practiced like for forever.
Because,
and,
you know, you got to find the right combo.
Yeah.
And I found it.
And I'm super competitive. So obviously we have to play for like high stakes, you know. And she gets so pissed if you hit her with a shell. Like, it doesn't matter if a computer hits her with a shell. But if I hit her with a shell, no, she fucking flips her shit.
That was your choice. You targeted me.
So we like to play a lot of Mario Kart. So when Crash Team Racing was spoiled for the Switch to be released next, Friday?
Oh, yeah.
June 21st. Mm-hmm. So we'll be getting some Crash Team Racing, throwing it back to the PS2, back to that golden age, like 2005, 2004. Get to play as Crash and Nitro.
Good times.
Yeah.
Good times.
Not only that, we get the Banjo-Kazooie DLC for Super Smash Bros.
Smash Bros. Yeah, I saw that.
That's going to be pretty awesome. Another game that I spent a lot of time on, Banjo-Kazooie. The second one wasn't as good. I mean, a lot of people liked it, but Banjo-Kazooie was great.
I only played a little bit on the first one.
I've
But it
never
was
played
fun.
that.
It's kind of like that game you tried, Ukulele.
Oh,
It's
that's
like
fun.
open world. Yeah, you got to solve puzzles, and it's fun. But the studio that owned it, I think it was called Rare. They closed down. So I think somebody else bought it, and now they're just trying to like pimp out Banjo-Kazooie.
So, did you guys ever get like the demos for new PC games?
Oh
When you
yeah.
were younger, and it was like the hottest shit. Mm-hmm. Okay,
Yeah.
I've got the Rayman demo,
Oh, man.
and I'm getting good at it. Okay, and then it's like your demo's over.
Tony Hawk Pro Skater.
Yeah. Or what about the monkeys? Ape Escape.
Ape Escape. Yeah, I played a lot of Ape Escape. Let's
I
see.
used to freak myself out in the water levels.
I think the last one that I got was like Deus Ex. Like that was the last demo that I got for PC.
Wow.
Did you ever have that cool Lego PC game where you could like deliver pizzas as a Lego dude?
No, but I do remember in high school, like for fun games, there was a game that you had to solve challenges by using like erector sets. So like a little marble would be placed somewhere, and then you have to attach like boards and swings to it to like solve things.
So apparently, I was just flipping through some news stuff. Apparently, two teenagers in high school decided to get together and get really drunk, and then take their aggression out on ducks.
Ducks?
Yep,
Oh.
batting them away.
Like Donald Duck?
I hope not.
It doesn't matter which duck. It's fucked up.
It doesn't matter which duck. I think, you know.
None of them deserve to be hit
What
with
was
a bat.
the mean duck in the Donald Duck one where he had gold coins? DuckTales?
Yeah, DuckTales.
What was the mean duck?
I don't know.
They had a purple coat.
What was his name?
I can see him now. I have no idea.
That song used to get stuck in my head like crazy. I can't even remember. Like,
DuckTales.
yeah,
You remember all the vines?
something,
That is
DuckTales.
DuckTales.
All the vibes,
The vines.
vines,
When Vine was a thing.
Oh my
went to
gosh, yeah.
To the DuckTales song.
Vine. Now what is it? TikTok.
Oh.
It doesn't
that's
seem like
lame.
it's picked up as much as Vine did.
I think it's weird.
That's the one where they had like a whole bunch of gold, right?
Vine,
No, DuckTales.
DuckTales. Yeah,
Okay.
he had like the vault full of gold coins that he would dive into.
I just remember watching Family Guy.
Oh,
When they
yeah.
cut over to that, and he does the same thing and breaks every bone.
It's a solid form. Many small solid forms make one big solid form.
It's so good.
Oh man. So this podcast, labor of love, put a lot of work into it. If you like this, go check out our Patreon. Also, we've got a subreddit where you can tweet all your dank memes. Right?
Dank
All the
memes.
dankest.
I have to have some dank memes.
The dankest.
Visit our website at thetokeshow.com. And yeah, we got a Discord and all this fun stuff that, you know, y'all can link up and chat with us, ask questions, be on the live stream,
Make me laugh.
be right there in the thick of it.
The thick.
The thick of it while we're recording. T, tell me some funny nurse stories.
Okay. So there was a period of time when I worked in for a cath lab in the hospital. I would get them ready for their procedure, and then we would get them back if they're going to go home. So they would have these puncture sites directly into the artery through the skin, right at the bends of your legs. And they had a strict bed rest. Everything had to stay sterile, or they could run the risk of bleeding to death. So
Ooh.
Keep in mind, these people are sedated. And the worst were from this small town, like an hour away from where I live. And it's known for being really, really, like, backwoods.
Backwoods?
Backwoods.
Like banjos?
Like, yeah, like banjos and, like, fleas in your house and shit.
Fleas in your house. I didn't know that fleas in your house meant you were backwoods.
If you can see the fleas.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's a lot of fleas.
Yeah, they have, like, yeah. So, anyway, they were usually kind of dirty and didn't have the best home situation, but their insurance got them here.
There you go.
Insurance, air quotes. We would give them all these instructions for how to keep it clean. And this lady tells me her favorite dog, her little dog that stays inside with her, all over her, licking her everywhere,
Ugh.
licks her wounds.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ugh.
And I was like, what? And she's
It
like,
helps me.
That's animal abuse, right?
She senses that I'm injured.
She
and
senses
just-
the
yeah.
disease.
And I was like, you do not need to
Oh my gosh.
let your pets lick your wounds. That could give you an infection in your blood.
Wow. I mean, I do remember that people would say, like, a dog's mouth is cleaner than a lot of things.
Yeah.
But I still don't want a dog's mouth on my wound.
Not clean enough to be on your wound, though. Never. clean
Also, wouldn't
enough.
that hurt?
Is this lady just not capable of moving?
No, she is. She is.
She just sits there and lets the dog lick on her wound.
Yeah, she was very overweight too, so she had all these folds.
Oh, no.
The dog would just like get in there.
Oh.
And then the fleas would jump in.
Right.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Can you imagine what a mass is in those folds?
I can imagine that. I 100% can imagine that.
So, you have to tell us and the listeners, what are the rules of, like, HIPAA?
So basically it's a privacy act, and what it means is we can't talk about any revealing information about a certain patient that might reveal their identity
Okay.
related to why they were in the hospital, or especially if it's something embarrassing.
Okay. Like dogs licking wounds?
I mean, that wouldn't have been her diagnosis, and it wouldn't have been like in her notes or anything. That was
Okay.
just from conversation.
It was just, okay. So, yeah.
But,
So I'm guessing you would know best whether you're HIPAA compliant or not.
well, yeah, I just make sure to not say names or I might say an age range or
So at what point would you let your dog or your cat lick your wounds?
never.
Torque, what point would you let a dog or a cat lick your wounds?
Oh, all the time. It sounds very
He
pleasurable.
already does.
It's my kink.
He was just like so excited that I began talking about this. He's like, "Oh my god, yes, somebody else,
Somebody has a story.
just like me."
I was this person.
Documentary coming out next year on Netflix. Licks by dogs.
Yeah,
The gross story of Torque.
I'm sorry. I can't help it.
All right, so Torque's up. I want a funny story from your work experience, and I know you have some. So you can either tell the time that you got a shotgun pulled on you, or we can talk about the time that you had to babysit a kid.
Oh, yeah. Wait. The one where I got a gun pulled on me.
Yeah.
Speaking of backwoods. Working for a...
Or a big company, right?
Yeah, big company.
I'll just say a big company.
All right. And we work on poles, power poles, telephone poles, whatever.
Lots of poles.
Yeah.
He's a stripper.
So I had a service call to go 40 minutes from where I was,
Okay.
near the city, where I'm comfortable, to drive out to the country where you would lose signal on your phone. Dead zones everywhere.
That's not backwoods. That's a lake. That's a lake house.
That's true.
In the woods.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, the lake is in the woods, but it's not the backwoods.
So I get out. Sorry, excuse me. To this person's house. I'm like, man, got to go check this wire on this pole. So not thinking anything about it. because the part where I had to go to the pole was not separated, so you didn't know that it was in that guy's property. Otherwise, I would have asked. I didn't,
So you're inadvertently trespassing right now.
Well, I work for the utility company, so no.
Okay, so you're not trespassing on property.
No.
Okay.
Because that's not... Technically, I'm getting to my property, or... Right, if it was a power pole.
All right, yeah.
You just have to get through.
So I had to get
property.
to there.
So it's like the ground is lava.
Yeah, I guess so.
If you can get on the pole, then you're not really trespassing.
Adulthood.
All right.
So I have to gaff this pole.
Gaff it?
Gaff it, because the ladder I had was not high enough.
And so gaffing, I'm only assuming that means when you wrap a cord around it and you have like spike shoes and you like jump yourself up the pole.
Spike shoes, the gaffs. And it's insane how this stuff works. Because it's a tiny little just wedge on your heel. And it's holding all your weight on that pole.
That is horrifying.
How much experimentation do you think had to go into making sure that wedge was perfect?
At least 4 lives.
I don't know if I would trust a little wedge to keep my body, even though, science is science.
Once you get used to it, it's like going upstairs or something.
Okay. So
I'm halfway up this pole.
Okay.
And I stop for a second and I hear... I'm like, oh no. This is not going to be good.
What does he think you're doing?
Obviously stealing his property.
Right, something. It didn't matter what I was doing.
Gonna cut my power.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody cutting my power.
And here you have why are you in my house? Why are you on my
Why are
property?
you in my damn house?
Why are you my damn house? This dude had severe, dementia, yeah. Who are you?
What year is this?
All right, so he says, what you doing on my property?
Yeah, scared.
Well, yeah, you got a shotgun pointed at you, right?
And
and you're halfway up a pole on your fucking gaffs.
Nothing. Yeah, I was just checking something. We're good. Get off my lawn.
Oh, man.
I'm like, oh, here we go. So I go up, tell the neighbor, I'm like, hey, yeah, not happening today.
What in the world?
Yep.
And so the job just didn't get done
Nope.
by anybody? Like they never
was
went
not
back?
going to be me.
Wow.
I don't make the same mistake twice.
Here's Torque on the pole.
It sounded
Pretty close.
Like you said
Pretty close.
twerk on the pole.
Torque on the pole. That's how he gets his other money. That's why he pays for a lot of stuff.
Until this takes off, yeah.
How close was he? Was he like on his porch? Did he walk up to the pole and like put it up your butt?
No, this was on the edge of his property. Could not even see the house from where I was.
Wow.
Yep. But he knew. His spider senses tingled.
He sits out there and watches that pole.
The hair on my red neck was tingling.
What other?
I hope he hears this. Hey, guy, fuck you.
He totally listens to podcasts.
All right, so what's another one? Dig deep.
Real deep, huh?
Dig
Real deep.
embarrassing deep. Dig, you
On the
tried to
job
push
embarrassing?
this back into your brain so you'd never have to say this.
Let's see.
Is this still job related?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so. Come on.
All right. So first off, want all the listeners to know, I hope my story does not offend anybody. Not trying to. Okay, but these are real life situations here.
Yeah. Some real life situations are offensive.
Yep. Well, please don't take offense. Going out to an apartment complex, service call. Show up, knock on the door. The guy answers in his tighty whities. Red flag number 1.
First of all, can we talk about this? Why would you open the door in your underwear? Especially tighty whities. Like if they're boxers, then maybe, right? Because boxers can kind of
that is a person on a mission, and they accomplish it every time.
They're either
right.
trying to look sexy or really freak you out.
Well, hello.
Boxers or tighty whities?
Tidy whities.
I don't think tighty whities would look sexy at all.
Well, I don't know.
They're like a diaper. For real.
Always
They
with
are
a stain
kinda-
on them.
Yeah, I mean, why would you choose white for an undergarment? Like, are you serious? There's no way it's going to remain white.
But when you picture, it's always like,
Whoa, Siri, just chill, Siri. Speaking of that, my Alexa has been fucking opening up on random stuff, and I swear it opened up and was like waiting for me to say something after we said the name Satan.
Yes.
Wow.
It did.
Also, what was the other one? It was also
I think it was God
or Jesus
or Jesus.
something.
Yeah, it was one of those two. 3.
Yeah.
But why? None of that sounds like Alexa.
We've never had this issue. Like when we only had the Echo.
Yeah, shit.
She answered only to an explicit Alexa.
And only like half the time.
Yeah. These
You had to
are
almost
like-
argue with her.
These are ultra sensitive, and sometimes we will be like arguing, like dead serious, and she'll talk in the middle of it. And it's like, no,
Shut the fuck up, Alexa.
we're trying to
Mind
argue.
your business.
Don't try to make this funny. Nothing's funny.
God.
Yeah,
The police are on the way for a domestic dispute.
yeah. There's like someone real just listening.
Saturday Night Live did a skit on the Alexa, but made it for senior
Oh
citizens.
my gosh, yeah, I've seen that.
So good.
My favorite mode of it is the yeah.
Yeah.
No way. Oh. What'd you say, Antonio? What were the other names that they would call it?
Alexis. What was it? I can't even think.
Amanda.
Alejandro.
All right, back to the story. Tidy Whitey's open the door. Boom, there he is in your face.
Right. And that's such a great invitation into his home.
Did he have like cigarette butts all around his feet? That's like what I attribute that to.
No.
Okay.
Creepy, though. Very creepy. Very hesitant walking in, but I'm like, whatever, man. Let's just get this over with.
That's half the things I do in my life.
So he points at his issue, which is in his bedroom.
Ooh,
And,
I like where this is going.
Right? And I'm there looking at his equipment.
His equipment.
Yes. His electronic equipment.
Oh, yeah.
And
Pulsating.
so I'm resetting it just to see if it was,
Is that the
a
first thing that you
common
do?
reset.
Do you just unplug it and plug it back in every time for the first thing?
Yes. There's a reason why first steps in troubleshooting is always, is it on?
Well, first of all, why wouldn't they do that? Why wouldn't they try and unplug it and plug it back in?
If you were to pay for something, would you want to fix it yourself?
That's true, but if I knew the fix was just unplugging it and plugging it back in.
I mean, I've done that several times.
There's people that are offended that there are self-checkout lines,
Oh, okay.
right?
I love them.
I like self-checkout lines.
Yeah, until you're behind someone who shops out with like 65 items.
Actually, I was in Target the other day, and there was somebody with only 3 items, but she couldn't figure out how to put her cash in the machine. And I was like, first of all, why are you using cash? God.
She putting like 3 $1 bills.
Go
in there.
talk to a
Crinkled.
fucking cashier. And get
I don't know how
their
much simpler it could be. There's even a picture of a dollar bill
Like,
with an
has she-
arroo pointing.
yeah. Has she never
insert
used
here.
No, it was more
vending
like
machine?
With neon lights around it.
No, it was more like the dollar bill was crinkly and it wouldn't go in.
Oh.
So it's like the vending machine.
That was always the best.
All right, keep going. So you got his equipment in his bedroom with his whitey tidies.
Right, so I'm standing there waiting for it to reset, reboot up. And I look down to the right and I see a stack of porn magazines. And
Okay.
I'm like, okay.
Like,
This guy's
when-
cool.
When you say stack, how tall are we talking?
Oh, at least 4 foot.
Yeah, I
4
mean,
feet high.
what is a stack really in
Well,
measurement?
apparently it's almost the height of me.
Okay, so a height of you
Yeah.
in porno mags. So I
But
gotta
I didn't
know.
notice it. I didn't notice
What-
it at first.
What was the title? Shameless plug for what magazine?
I have no idea.
Oh my god!
What do you...
He was just so like taken aback.
You just saw some titties on a cover and you're like, oh no!
Yep, didn't want to look at it. Well, maybe it was something else and not titties.
Oh, okay.
Not on the woman. Okay,
Or on the woman. I mean,
on the woman.
we'll just.
Anywho, so now I'm frozen. Mm-hmm. Like, what the heck is happening?
You're like you can't remember why you went in there in the
And of
first
course,
place.
the immediate reaction is to look away from what I just saw, right? And so
Okay.
I look to the left.
And there was his note.
There was another stack
This dude just didn't have
porno
furniture.
mags. And I'm like, oh, okay. I got to look away from that. So I look up above where his TV was.
And a chandelier made of porno mags.
Giant drawing of a penis.
What?
A penis?
Framed. A penis.
A framed
penis on his wall.
Was it his penis?
I don't know.
Did
you didn't
not
ask? That
him?
was got to be
No.
the first question out of your mouth.
What?
Obviously, the ice is
This is
broken.
why white people always die in scary movies.
Because we ask, is that your penis, sir?
I'm actually
Is this your
interested.
murder weapon?
This is great art.
Your murder weapon. Like he just beats you to death with his big penis.
So now I'm really freaking out.
Okay.
Okay, weirded out, man.
Is this like Silence of the Lambs weirded out? Like you're like, this is Buffalo Bill.
Yeah, he's
in front
about to
of me.
wear my skin.
Right.
Yeah. Say it, don't spray it, brother.
The lotion on.
So I turned around, and there was his bed with plenty of erotic products
Like lube.
spread out.
Lube?
Yes, and other things.
Anal beads?
Phallic-shaped
Dildos?
things. Yep.
Were they big dildos?
I don't remember, man.
What color were they?
I don't want to go down this dream,
Was
this
it the
horror. I had.
Was it the generic like gel color? That yellow see-through, you know what I'm talking about?
It was KY no. Okay.
I bet they were all like pastel. Or
This
something.
dude is like the epitome of the I have sex Reddit. He's like, yeah, I have sex. Can't you tell?
Look at all my porn mags and the dildos
Look
on
at my
bed.
tickler. He's just like tickling you while you're trying to do your work.
Yeah,
He's
so
just like slowly poking it at you.
I had to get out of there. So I'm like, I'll be right back. I gotta go get some.
And you ghosted him?
No. I wanted to. I did not want to go back into that Saw episode. And so I go out and I duct tape. I feel so dirty at this point. Like I want to gurgle hand sanitizer or something.
It got in your mouth?
No. Well, I mean, just being grossed out at what I was just in.
Was there a smell in this house? Does it smell like I think it does?
Like a nightmare.
like a litter box.
Does it smell like stacks of porno mags with lube everywhere? It just smells like sex. The lingering stench of sex.
Oh, man.
Dirty sex.
Like a sweaty dentist office. Creepy.
Ugh.
So I go outside and I start duct taping my pants to my boots.
Like you don't want a roach to climb up
Yeah,
your leg.
like a weird dildo dick roach.
The dildo's gonna get me.
And I put
Dildo dick roach?
2 pairs of gloves on
2.
to go back into this house.
Wow. Like what kind of gloves?
Disposable.
You got 2 pairs of
Latex
those?
gloves. Yeah. I had,
Oh, okay.
look, man, I didn't want to go back in there.
Did you put something on your mouth? Did you cover up your butt?
Where's
keep your
your
butthole
gas?
tight.
Right? Just clenching the whole time I'm in there. No, we're good. We're good.
Go ahead, man. Bend over. Just plug that cord in. Standing behind you, rock hard.
And so he locked his door when I walked out. I'm guessing just so he can greet me the same way when I come and knock
Like
on the
you
door
have to
again.
knock
He
again.
locked
Yep.
it.
Yeah, he locked it when I left. And when I walked back in,
What?
Yeah,
I had
because
to
you're the guy
knock,
not to
right?
trust here.
yeah. Well, no. I think it was more of the let's give him that intro again,
Oh, okay.
right?
What a weird
In his
thing
whitey
to
tighties.
think.
He still hadn't put any pants on, so now you know.
And he's like leaning against the door jamb, all sexy.
Yeah. But yeah, finished and got the crap out of there.
That's it.
Did he just stand behind you the whole time, like while you did it?
I felt a presence.
Did he give you his number?
You were afraid to look.
Surely
What
all
now?
this teasing didn't lead up to nothing. Did he give you his number?
No.
No.
I bet he just really likes to weird people out.
Did you shake his hand?
No, I didn't want to touch anything.
Would you give him like a head nod on the way out? Like, all right, see you, dude.
Yeah, see ya. But had a great time here, thanks.
So much fun. Please, next time be naked.
Naked.
Naked. I don't know if that's a Florida thing. How do you say
Come
it?
back.
How do you say it?
Naked.
Is it naked? You say it naked?
Naked, not naked.
I think it's naked.
Right? No, it's naked.
I don't think so.
Naked?
Naked.
Like it's a way of like if someone had a weird neck.
Oh, then you're naked?
Naked?
No, that still doesn't sound right.
I mean, some like southern areas say it like that.
I said, I'm from Florida, all right? And we said naked.
It's a hip hop dance move.
Ooh,
The
look at him. He's busting the naked.
Oh, naked.
Oh, man. So, he never called back, huh?
No, I let him slip away.
Oh,
That could have been your soulmate.
you remember like
You'd be the wrench to his torque. He'd
What?
put 200 pounds of pressure on you.
stop.
I will throw up.
All right. Well, we're getting pretty close to our time now. So I wanted to go ahead and replug our website, www.thetokeshow.com, and go check out our Patreon. We're doing this once a week. We're going to record it every Friday night after getting super blitzed, and then edit it and get all the stuff together over the weekend and post these Monday morning. So you'll be able to come back every Monday morning and hear of our Friday nights.
My sexy voice.
Oh, man.
Such highness.
Highness?
Such.
Your Highness?
Much high. What is it? Very high. Much.
Much
So very high.
So high, much wow. You trying to do the Doge meme? Oh, man. You got to get your memes, T.
So
You gotta
what
get
now?
your memes.
So high.
So high. So this is a maturely rated podcast, I guess we would say, only because the mature content of smoking weed. I fully condone smoking weed if you're 21 plus. I think if you're under 21, you should use your time to get as many life experiences as you can, because then when you smoke weed, it's like compounded. It's like a 401k. It's got compound interest.
Man,
that shit hits you, and you're like, my whole worldview is different. But I have so many experiences that I can rethink about when I'm high, and the nostalgia gets real good.
so many different twists and turns then.
Dude, if I would have had weed when I was 16, I would have been in my room nonstop playing Phantasy Star Online on my GameCube.
Oh my gosh.
And I would have never left. I'd probably be obese right now, and definitely not a software engineer. So I think, you get the hard work out of the way first, and then you start getting high. And it's fun.
Well, and until then, you could probably use CBD products and things like
Well,
that.
yeah, you could. Or you could just be like a normal teenager and drink alcohol, right?
I mean, that's probably
Let's all
not.
be real.
Again, I don't condone underage drinking, but I would say if you have the opportunity between alcohol and weed, save the weed for 21. Save yourself. You wear this pledge ring with us. We're all above 21, I promise. Anyway, okay, I'm sorry. I'm rambling. So I wanted to end this show with the very first funny thing that I can remember finding on the internet. So the internet was really popular for me when it was about 2003. I remember I used to get the AOL discs where I could get
Net zero, 100 free minutes.
That was way advanced. All right, my time was AOL. You got 15 hours a week.
Oh boy.
I could
Was that
spend 15 hours in a
AOL?
day on the internet now. You know what I mean?
AOL 1.0.
Yeah, something. I think it was 3.0. They had the fancy graphic, and they're like, "Oh, we're so fast. You're still 56K, bitch. Know your place." Anyway, I used to get into chat rooms and shit and talk to people. And I would first I would go to the lesbian chat rooms, and I'd say, "Ooh, what are the lesbians talking about?" And it was just normal shit. There was nothing. I expected to go in there and be like, "Oh, I'm all over your body," but no, they're like, "Hey, my hemorrhoid's acting up." Dude,
Because they're normal people.
I don't come in here to hear about that.
Is this normal?
So anyway, this is the first memory that I have of laughing so hard at the internet that it was burned into my brain, and I want to share it with y'all. You all.
Y'all.
You guys.
Yeah.
Yous guys. I'll share it with
guys
you
is.
So this is a reading of a letter. This was originally posted on you'rethemannowdog.com, which was like a meme site. Newgrounds. What was another one? Shit, there was one more that was really popular. Newgrounds and...
I don't know.
Okay, you guys didn't use the internet at all?
I mean,
when you
yeah,
were kids?
but I
Come
don't,
on.
I don't know.
E-Bombs World, was that it?
Yeah.
Yes.
E-Bombs World, jeez.
I was trying to think
Jeez.
real hard.
Man, you guys let me down. I'm the oldest one in the room, and I'm not that old. But you guys made me feel really old.
We're not that
Sorry,
much
Grandpa.
younger than you.
Especially you. You're getting up there. You're the oldest person that I've ever been with.
Been with.
In the biblical sense.
Okay.
Joking. All right, so on to my reading. This is a breakup letter. And first I want to precursor this with the fact that I am high. And this is really hard to read because it just is. All right. Here we go. The breakup. Dear loser, Chris. I thought you liked me. You said it yourself. I hate you. People only say you asked me out because you needed a date for the dance, and that after the dance you would dump me as well. Guess what, bastard? I dumped you because you were thinking that I cheated on you, and I didn't. So like idiots, you guys are so smart that you called me a slut. I hung up on you because you told me it on the phone because I guess you weren't man enough to tell me to my face.
Boom.
I hate you, and also I hate you. Guess what? My mother hates you. To that, and the one who put me to that, you come to my breakfast every morning. And I ain't stupid. You try to sit next to me, and my little bro who only 7 years old hates you, and you don't even know what you did, and is always blocking your chat, haha. I went out with another boy after you. And after we were over, an idiot dared me. And you even tried to ask me out again. I didn't break up with him for you, okay? I hate you. I've always hated you. Speaking to everyone that I cheated on you when you just got jealous that I used to talk to your friends.
Horrific.
You're so jealous. You automatically think I like them. Well, guess what? Maybe I do. I don't got a problem with you. You ain't my boyfriend anymore. I don't have to tell you who I like or who I am with and why I don't like you anymore. The other day you told me I have to tell you who I like or who I'm thinking about going out with. It's none of your business. Got that, you loser? I hate you. And I know you still like me, but I don't like you. I don't care. Your stupid friends say you make me touch your hands for stupid reasons. You accidentally say you hug me. I will never like you again. I hate you. I hate you more than anything in this damn world. I'd rather date a spider or a rat den. You're so ugly and fat.
Den. A whole rat
One
den.
spider or a whole rat den.
And then saying I loved you, please. You're such an asswipe, you bastard. I hate you. Well, bye, you piece of shit. I have more things to do right now than remember you. The end.
Savage.
Snaps. You're getting some snaps.
Wow.
Oh, man.
Are you out of breath
That was
now?
hard. I will say that was hard.
Was there like no punctuation?
No, there wasn't. They were all run-on sentences.
What?
I can feel the whole Jalowsi thing going on.
Gosh.
You're so
You
delos.
stupid bastard. You make me touch your hands for stupid reasons.
What qualifies as a stupid reason?
I don't know. All right. Well, that's all we got for this show. Next week, we're bringing on somebody that we're going to interview. And this chick was pretty awesome. She was trying to get to a convention called DEF CON, which is in the information security sector of tech, right?
Nice.
So her company is called Badass, or the one that she works for, right? I think she's the CTO. It's called Badass Women. It's all about women who are fighting back against revenge porn. You know what revenge porn is?
Wow. Yeah. Yeah.
Somebody's dying right now.
I bet.
That's
Somebody is
awful.
dead.
Stop.
Anyway, so they're against revenge porn. I'm just going to block out the ambulance. And they do some really cool stuff. So a lot of their representatives, you know, the people that are in the organization, applied for scholarships to go to this convention. And a lot of them got it, but she was one of the ones that didn't. So, geniusly, she thought, you know, I'll sell some pictures of my titties for money on Twitter. And the Twitterverse blew up. People were hating on her, and like she was joking around, right? But one of her friends started a GoFundMe and raised over $10,000 in one night.
Wow.
And it sent 3 of them to the convention, and the rest goes towards the organization to help fight against revenge porn. So we're going to have her on, and she's going to tell us her experience fighting with Twitter trolls, what it feels like to, you know, get this money to go down to a convention off of Twitter, right? The amount of support that was shown to her, you know, is pretty impressive. So we'll have her on next week, and we'll be asking her some questions. You know, I'm going to try and find some dank memes. And yeah, that's it.
It's going to be awesome.
All right. See y'all next time.
Peace. 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 Peace.